Yeah, because you got that story about Carl. We'll be fine. And then the guys will come out there when he throws out the first pitch. Down after the season, after today, I guess. So he is retiring after many, many years of dedicated service. One of the nicest guys you'll ever meet, Bill. And there he is right now. Kind of a surprise. He's being able to throw out the first pitch. A great moment for Carl. And been here, it helps so many players, but including yourself. You got some personal stories and memories from Carl.
Well, first of all, this guy is he is the best in the business. And, of course, technology's come a long ways, and he's come right with it and been on the forefront of this. He was the video coordinator when I was here. He certainly helped me. I spent a lot of time looking at tape, and plus he was a great guy. He had great bedside manner, built a lot of confidence, talking to him when things weren't going well, and I'm not the only one that can attribute a lot of their success to Carl Hamilton. He is a tremendous person, a hard worker, a truly dedicated Mariner employee, one of the best, and I'm glad he's having this day because I have a lot of admiration for him.
So he's got the ball, he's on the mound, he's throwing out the first pitch, but yet, Bill, there's no catcher. So this is kind of a surprise for Carl, and I think another surprise is in store. I think some former players might be able to come out and help him out here.
Yeah, I think so.
Carl gets ready. Let's kind of watch Carl's reaction that we find out exactly who will be behind home plate as he throws out the first pitch here, the last game. Bobby Ayala coming out. The bone. And who's got the glove there? Mr. Dan Wilson. Pretty fitting, I guess, huh, Bill?
Yeah, I think this is a great throw for Carl. These guys are...
Edgar's there, too.
All-time great Mariners. They're going to get a good chuckle out of this, but, Carl's loving it.
Danny got it on the hop. Nice job. A total surprise for Carl as Jay and Edgar, Dan Wilson come out. That means a lot to him. He probably burned the tape of that throw, though. But it just tells you what a guy is, that these guys will come out just for Carl to say goodbye again, who's retiring as the longtime video coordinator for the Seattle Mariners. A great moment for Carl. Big hug from Jay Buhner. Those guys probably watch a few at-bats together, don't you think?
I'm telling you, there's so much time behind the scenes looking at your at-bats and trying to figure out what isn't working and what you need to do to correct it. And Carl was intimately involved in that, and it was personal. He really, really loved the players, and it reflected in his work.
Did a lot of work behind the scenes. Carl Hamilton is certainly appreciated by everybody who passed through those Mariner doors, and certainly by us. And also, up in the booth, Dave Niehaus, Mike Blowers, this guy, part of the Mariners family. Sad to see him go, but obviously, guys, we wish him nothing but the best. Carl Hamilton retiring today, gentlemen.
There's really only one of a kind like Carl Hamilton. The award, the Videographer's Award, is named after him. Every year it's given to a different Major League video man, but it'll always be the Carl Hamilton Award. Your association with him over the years, you can tell the love that he has built up over all the years with the ball players that were out there. Those who would like to be here, you are here. Give me an idea of what the man is like.
Well, he's obviously he's a great man, former Marine. I laugh and give him a tough time about that all the time. But Carl, 21 years here in the Mariners organization. You can see the guys that are out here today, but it's been countless. You think over the years that Carl has put in with this organization with his wife Betty there, and the amount of people and just the effort he's put in with each individual guy. Jay, Danny, you see Edgar, Bobby Wells is here, myself included, just the hours that he would put in before the game, after the game. And I think that Bill said it absolutely correct. He really cared about all the guys. And the other thing I think about is he's probably, and you said it the other night, probably be a pretty good hitting coach himself. When you think about the amount of time he spent with Lou Piniella and Lee Elia and all the great hitting coaches that have been coming through here for the last 21 years, he really cares about the guys and their performance, wants everybody to do well. Nice day for Carl, and I hope he and Betty have a good time down in Texas spending time with their grandkids. He certainly earned it.
I did too, and I really meant that because usually there's a hitting coach or somebody in there with the hitter that's looking at his video and say, stop it there, go back here, do this, do that. He's heard that so many different times. He knows exactly where to stop it. He knows where there's a hitch in your swing. He knows what you're doing wrong. I wouldn't put it by him that he could do that.
I can remember one time that what he did with me as I was struggling at a particular time, he went back and got some footage of when I was swinging well. Took the footage of me not swinging quite as well, and it was a small, minor thing with my hands. He's the one that picked it up, and I guarantee he did that for countless guys, including every one of these guys that have had to spend a lot of time with him. What a joy to have Carl Hamilton in this organization.
So we wish Carl Hamilton well. We will not say goodbye to him. I know he's going to be around the organization. Hopefully he'll be back in spring training still, shooting some video, putting things together for whoever is going to take his place, and we have no idea who that will be. But he's got to fill some mighty, mighty big shoes. The umpires are coming out on closing day. We'll have the game, the M's and the A's, when we return right after this.
Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest. The Tracer system uses 3 cameras to track every pitch. Graphical enhancements have been added to the EQC Tracer this season to give you more information and insight into the game.
Well, for the final time here this year, the fans are streaming in to Safeco Field. It is Kids Appreciation Day. It is closing day here, 2010, and the Oakland Athletics are here to try and help the Mariners close. They will help them close, obviously, and they're trying to get a 4-game sweep and finish at 500. The Mariners losing last night, thus they lost their 100th game, and today, of course, they will go with a big Aussie left-hander, Ryan Rowland-Smith, in the finale. Let's look at the lineup the Oakland A's will present, Mike.
Okay, thank you, Dave. And for the A's today, it'll be Davis, Ellis, and Cust. He had a home run in last night's game. Suzuki, Kuzmanov, Carter with a long home run. Then it's Donaldson, Hermida, and Pennington, the shortstop, will hit 9th. Numbers for Ryan Rowland-Smith, trying to have a positive outing if he can. High ERA from 104 1/3 innings pitched. So far this year, 46 strikeouts to 43 walks. And the defense behind him, Saunders in left, Holman out in center field, Ichiro in right. And on the left side of the infield, it's Mangini and Wilson. The right side, Biggins and Smoke. And Josh Bard will do the catching this afternoon.
So we get set to go as the sun tries to break through here this afternoon on closing day. As Rajai Davis will step in and lead it off. And the first pitch to him, this is a little bit low and outside, ball 1. Gary Darling is the man calling balls and strikes on closing day. Bruce Breckman at first, Paul Emmel at second, Bill Hahn around at third. Pitch fouled off the first base side and back and out of play. 62 degrees at game time. The wind calm this afternoon. Of course, we'll keep you up to date today on what is happening in the important races. And a chance at a 3-way tie in the National League. There's the first base hit of the ball game, leading it off. Rajai Davis hits a bullet into left field as the pitcher was up out over the plate.
As Dave mentioned, it's like a fastball above the belt. Davis hits it hard. Keep your eye on him. We saw him last night. He was running wild, so you want to keep him as close to first base as you can.
And Mark Ellis will be the hitter. The strike, the Mariners closing with the A's, and they open with the A's next year in Oakland. And they'll open on a Friday at the Oakland Coliseum. Change nicely thrown that time by the Aussie. 1-2 the count. I'm sure for Ryan Rowland-Smith, he's wondering if this may not be his last time in a Mariner uniform.
I think right now he just wants to have a good outing day, finish up on a positive note going into the winter, and let those chips fall where they may, but just to feel a little bit better about what he's been doing and the work he's had to put in. He tried to right the ship this year. A lot of expectations on Ryan coming out of spring training, and things just did not work out for him, and that happens from time to time. So hopefully he'll have a nice outing today and feel a little bit better about his situation going into the winter.
And the runner goes, pitch swung on, popped up into center field. And right there is going to be Mr. Hallman to make the catch. And with Greg Hallman starting in center field. And of course, Franklin Gutierrez, the designated hitter and on the bench. Franklin Gutierrez has set a major league record for most total chances without an error in center field. He has not made an error. 415 total chances. Major league record was 396 by Kurt Flood way back in 1966. Congratulations to Goody. That's some kind of a record.
It is, and it's something that we've talked about. He not only covers a lot of ground, but fundamentally does a lot of things right. You don't see him throw the ball away or misplay a ground ball trying to be too quick. Does a lot of things right out in center field.
And it got him picked off. Throw to second base, and he is out of there. So Rajai Davis picked off. 1-3-6.
He decides to go on the first move, and Ryan guesses right, picks him off. Like Justin Smoke had to throw the ball over his head, but a nice tag by Josh Wilson down at second.
And that's inside to Jack Cust. Ball 1, 1-0. Just off the inside corner. 3 balls and no strikes to count. Kurt Suzuki, the catcher, next. Green lighted, 3-0.
3-0 in last night's game when he hit a home run. He tried that trick again, fouls it off.
And a foul back. Sometimes you're a little over anxious swinging away 3-0, even though you get your pitch. I'm sure you've been in that situation. I'm sure you've hit home runs 3-0 too.
I have, and I think that's why you normally see it with a veteran player, that the manager will let him swing 3-0. I also, I played with Tino Martinez. Tino Martinez had the green light all the time. He would never swing at it for that reason. He didn't want to get too quick and roll over on a ball. Just wasn't comfortable doing it, so he never swung 3-0.
Breaking ball. Down he goes. Nicely coming back from a 3-0 count. The strikeout, Jack Cust. So here in the first, the A's are gone. The Mariners are coming up in the bottom of the first on closing day. No score.
It's fourth, and it's Bart, Saunders, Hallman, Mangini, and Wilson hits ninth. You look at the numbers for Braden, 10-14 this year. Nice ERA, 3.5, 187 2/3 innings for him, 111 strikeouts.
A magical season for him in a sense. In another sense, no. Certainly the magical part of it, as he pitches to Ichiro, happened on Mother's Day. His mother was at the Oakland Coliseum when he not only no-hit, but perfect gamed the Tampa Bay Rays, and everything was his. And all of a sudden, it kind of fell apart for him. It took him 11 starts to win his next game, and his mark at 10-14, making his final start of the year, snags that soft line drive right back to the mound. So one gone, and John Figgins will be the hitter. He doesn't walk very many people.
He's fortunate to catch that last little line drive back to him. I think it's probably going to be an infield hit for Ichiro if he doesn't catch it. Ball jammed him a little bit. A nice play.
Down low, I beg your pardon, that's a strike call to Sean Figgins. One, certainly the man who will be headed to the airport as quickly as possible as the Mariners skipper Darren Brown. He's expecting a new daughter probably tomorrow. And a swing and a high pop down the right field line. It's going to drop untouched onto the warning track. And we wish them luck. Chloe Lynn, their first child. And I said, well, you don't have any idea what's in store for you now, how your life is going to change. And we wish Lynn, his wife, and everything, hope everything goes well. I know she's watching down in Texas.
And I hope he gets there in time. Hang in there.
2-2 the count. I really enjoyed my association with him because I've had to do a show with him every day since I took over on, the 9th of August, I guess it was. It's been a bumpy road, to say the least. It's always been very candid, very fair. As the pitch is popped up by Figgins out of your right field, he doesn't play the game. And it's been one of those things offensively for the Mariners all year long, which will be the worst offensive club since the invention of the designated hitter back in 1973.
Well, and I think he had to take over this club under some just really tough circumstances, and I think he's handled himself well and done a nice job. But you're right, offensively, the guys just have not been able to support him or the pitching staff this year. Just one of those years, and hopefully going into the winter, Jack Zaremczyk, with the work that he has ahead of him, they can make some adjustments. And I think that they're going to have to rely on some of the young guys to come out next year and break out a little bit. It won't be a learning process for them anymore. I think they're going to be held accountable to try to be productive.
Gutierrez is taking ball 2-0. Franklin will be headed back to his native Venezuela on Tuesday. He's still not completely recovered from that whatever bug has been ailing him. A strike over the outside corner, 2-1. Again, setting a new defensive record this year. First Mariner to play, outfielder to play an errorless season. Casey Kotzman came close to it, establishing a new mark for first base. Was made only one error all year long, and that was a questionable error too.
I thought it could have gone either way.
There's Casey. 2-2. And a 2-2 pitch stop. That's down in Anaheim, wasn't it? That hop at first base. He couldn't feel, I believe it was in Anaheim.
Yeah, I don't recall.
Braden's 2-2. Good to see all the kids parading around the track before the ball game. A lot of different characters out here to say hello to the kids today. They're our future. And that's pulled down the left field line into the corner, and it'll be run down out there. It is caught out there by Carter. Carter kind of messed one up last night, didn't tonight. Outstanding this afternoon. Outstanding catch of that ball hit by Gutierrez. And after one, there's no score. No, not at all. You explained it perfectly.
Yeah.
And as a baseball fan, I'd love to see a three-way tie.
Yeah, I think everybody would. A couple of one-game playoffs.
Suzuki, as the count go to 1-1. Can of corn out there, and Justin Smoke, who's going to get married in not too distant future in the offseason, that makes the catch at first base.
Congratulations to him.
Absolutely. Kevin Kuzmanov, big first baseman, has gone 4 for 7 against Ryan Rowland-Smith with a home run. If the Yankees and Tampa Bay both lose today, Tampa Bay will be the American League East champion because of head-to-head competition. They've beaten the Yankees 10 of 18. So that means New York would head for Minnesota.
Right.
Texas would head for Tampa Bay. And all things being equal, I think Texas would be happy to go to Tampa Bay rather than Yankee Stadium.
Yeah, probably. And New York is losing to Boston.
Little tapper. One away.
And Tampa is losing to Kansas City.
What's that score?
2-0, Kansas City, bottom of the 8th inning.
Just inside ball one. 1 ball and no strikes. This young man has proven the last couple of games can hit him a mile. Through the count.
A couple of fastballs inside. See if Ryan goes back to his changeup. He does.
Now it's full 3-2. Lost him that time with a slider inside, so first base on balls given up by Ryan Rowland-Smith, and Josh Donaldson, the first baseman, will step up to the plate. Josh Donaldson at Sacramento this year hit .238 with 18 home runs, 67 RBIs, and it's outside towing ball one, 1 ball and no strikes. Career high 18 home runs, despite appearing in just 86 games. 1-1. And that's an easy pop-up for Fickey. Side out here in the second inning. Runner left, Chris Carter, who walked with 2 away over at first base. We move to the bottom half of the second. There is no score. Smoke will step up to the plate. Just got the word that the Braves have won today. 8-7 down in Georgia against the Phillies. So they will play tomorrow or Tuesday.
Right now, they don't care. They're in.
That's right. They're in. That's good for Bobby Cox.
That's great.
And that's popped back and out of play. Let's put it this way. They have qualified to play tomorrow, Tuesday. They play Wednesday.
As a player right now,
you don't care.
Yeah, you're just happy that you're in. You had to go out and win today, and you were able to take care of that end of it. However it shakes itself out, you're fine with it.
And towering pop-up. That's almost on top of home plate, but Suzuki stays with it. So one down. You can catch all the action now, speaking of the postseason, on Fox and TBS. The excitement begins on Wednesday, October the 6th, with the Division Series on TBS. Might be some excitement before that. There's the schedule as you look at the ALDS on Wednesday and Thursday, and Saturday and Sunday. And a fly ball to center field. Josh Bard is an out as Rajay Davis handles the drive. So there you have the American League Division Series, then the Championship Series beginning a week from Friday the 15th. That schedule brought to you by Sleep Country USA. Michael Saunders had himself a long home run last night, deep into the bleachers in right field for his 10th of the year.
There's some breaking balls. Ended up getting a fastball. Looked like it was middle in. And he hit it out into the seats in right.
That fastball was in. 1-1. Get word that Kirk Gibson will be back as the manager of the Arizona Diamondbacks next year. He's an interim replacement.
Well, that's one of the teams that we thought possibly could be looking for a manager. You can check them off the list.
Swing and a miss. So he's down on strikes, and here in the second, 3 up and 3 down. We'll move into the third inning of play. No score. trivia. And you talk about this is the height of trivia right here. Our AT&T trivia question. We got the most AT&T trivia questions correct this year. Me, Mike, the fans, or the man who makes them out, Curtis. Obviously, Curtis is a slam dunk. He knows the answer every time. I don't have any idea what that. First of all, I had no idea he's keeping the standings of the club, so to speak.
Oh, I knew that he would.
Jeremy Hermida takes a strike over the inside corner. I don't have any idea.
I think he gets credit if all three of us get it wrong. He gets credit then.
Right. There's a little looper in the shallow left center field. It's going to drop right over Josh Wilson. So Hermida drops one into shallow left center. That's the second base hit in the ball game for the A's.
That's a tough one. I felt like the first half of the season I started off in pretty good shape, but really fell off in the second half. The average really dropped. And that's really when you started to pick it up.
Well, I think my average is probably a little bit over 50%, but not that much.
Well, then I think that's better than mine for sure.
We had 128 questions, I'm told. And a bunt down the third baseline. And they were all over the spectrum.
Yes, that is a fact. A little bit of everything.
Geography.
Yeah.
Historical fact. Did a good job, Curtis. You really did. Nice potpourri of trivia questions this year. At least half of them were on baseball, I'd say. Fastball is high. 1 ball, 1 strike.
I'm going to say just because he asked that as the question today, that Curtis probably is the winner.
Think so?
Yeah, just because he asked the question. Otherwise, I don't think he would. That's part of what we've had to do here in the second half is get into the mind of Curtis Wilson.
Yeah.
It's a scary thing.
How about the fans?
The fans did a nice job this year.
Went down and popped that one up. So 1 away here in the third. And Rajay Davis will be the hitter. Mariners have not had that much luck against the A's. They've won only half a dozen and lost twice as many, 6 and 12. I think that as that ball just misses the bag foul down the first baseline, Mike and I would both agree that the thing we look forward to most this year was every 5 days we got a chance to describe what Felix Hernandez was going to do. And it was a phenomenal story all year long.
I thought for me, I thought that watching him go out and put the numbers up as you take a look at them, just a terrific year. But I thought maybe even more so for me, the thing that struck me the most and I'll think about this year is looking at his record and never once seeing him complain about it, thought about it on the mound, didn't say anything after the games, just went about his business on a daily basis. And it has to be tough for anybody with the lack of run support, which, by the way, he was first in this year. That's a category a pitcher definitely doesn't want. But I just really thought he handled the entire situation with a lot of class, and a lot of maturity and all of that, along with having just a great year across the board on his numbers.
And that wasn't Felix 2 years ago.
No, that's what I mean. He's really
matured.
Yeah.
Yeah. When I think about Felix, I think back to really one game when he had so many great games, but an unusual game when the Twins were here in June, and he struck out 4 men in 1 inning. Remember that?
Yeah.
And to tie a major league record, I think it was the 8th inning. Struck out 4 men in 1 inning.
I think to the point that I was making, the one that really was something for me was actually, I believe, no, it was in Cleveland, I think. Maybe it was in Minnesota. But there was an error made behind him, I think, in about the 7th inning, and the floodgates opened up when he should have been out of the inning. In Cleveland, yeah, Curtis told me in Cleveland. And his comments after the game were, I should have made better pitches and picked my infielder out. And when you're going out there and throwing up zeros and not getting wins, that's a tough thing. And for him to, still at that point, I thought it said a lot about, where he's come and where he's headed. I think he's going to be a great pitcher in this league for a long time.
The 3-2 pitch, rolled foul down the third baseline. Well, it won't be long after the World Series is over that the awards will start flowing in. And the more we read day after day, different writers. Yeah, it really does. Matter of fact, I had the major writers that are doing all these things. I haven't seen one writer pick anybody but Felix Hernandez to win the Cy Young Award. Double play ball. There's one. And not quite in time.
We'll take a look at it. It's a routine ground ball, but Davis really gets down the line. Josh tries to put as much on the throw as he can, but Davis clearly beats it out.
The latest national writer to pick Felix is Tyler Kepner. He used to work here in town at the New York Times. Today picked his postseason awards, and he picked Felix Hernandez to win the American League Cy Young. I think everybody's also picking Roy Halladay to win the National League Cy Young.
Do they cast their votes tomorrow or on Tuesday?
I believe it's tomorrow. I believe it's on Monday as that pitch is thrown by the first baseman. And on his way to third is Davis, and he will make it.
That'll be an error on Ryan going for the pickoff. He was able to pick him off back in the first inning. But he throws this one up the line a little bit. Looks like, he had him too. Just a little bit wide at first. Smoke can't get to him. With Davis's speed again, he gets around to third easily.
Ellis, a fly ball into the gap in right center field. That's going to get down. It's going to pick up a run, and the A's are on the board. So a big error by Ryan Rowland-Smith, and it comes back to bite him.
I think you're absolutely right, Dave. I don't think he scores on this from first base. The ball didn't make it out to the warning track. Probably have a second and third situation, but because the ball was thrown away and he was at third, he walks home.
A little high and inside, ball one. 1 ball and no strikes. Cuss takes the same pitch off the plate. Rowland-Smith will be on his way back home to Australia shortly. When he gets down there, it'll be early spring. Beautiful country. Love Australia. Haven't spent that much time there, but a little bit. Up and in with the breaking ball. 3-1.
He's tried to throw a couple of breaking balls to Cuss, and they're just spinning out of his hand. There's not much bite to them.
Out of his shoes on that one. Full count. Tampa Bay and Kansas City are all knotted now at 2-2 in the 9th inning. Yankees were beaten So Tampa Bay is the American League East champion, no matter what happens. Got him on a breaking ball. Nice pitch, second time. The test is down on strikes. 1 run here in the third. And a couple of hits and an error. And as we go to the bottom of the third, it's 1-0 A's. To the roar of the crowd with the message out there. Congratulations, Felix Hernandez. Good luck on the Cy Young Award. Absolutely. As the fans get a chance to salute Felix on a day on which he was supposed to pitch. As we go into the bottom half of the third, Craig Hallman leads it off and takes a strike. 0-1 the count. Fastball, foul straight back. Dallas Braden, 27 years of age. Change low. Another change. So Hallman is down on strikes. So we'll give you the answer to the trivia question. Question was, you got the most AT&T trivia questions correct this year. 47%. Mike, nobody? Come on now. That's what
I did pretty well, didn't I?
I thought you did great. I guess I'm told those are the real results. I only beat you by 5.
You get a plaque or something for that day?
I get a whole envelope full of questions to practice on for next year. Swinging a ground ball off the glove of Braden, charged by the second baseman. Underhand flip out of the glove, not in time to get Matt Mangini. So an infield hit for Mangini.
Well, you take a look at it. This is probably going to be an out. Yeah, I don't think there's any question Ellis is able to make a play on it. But after it deflects off the glove, Mangini running hard the whole way. No chance for Ellis. He tries a glove flip, but already a step by the bag, so that'll be a base hit for Matt.
first hit for the Mariners. Steve Reich right at the knees that time. Josh, a young man who was a utility player who picked up the nickname the Paperboy this year because of the way he delivered in clutch situations.
Sweeney that gave him that nickname?
I think it was, yeah. Mike Sweeney. I hope Sweeney's on the Philly playoff list.
Oh, I do too. First trip if he is.
Right. Texas will be at Tampa Bay, New York at Minnesota. And Tampa Bay will host the ALCS if they advance because Minnesota lost today for that tiebreaker. There's a pop-up into right center field. And Rajai Davis takes care of that. What do you like? Mike?
I like Texas, New York, Texas making it.
Okay. I like Minnesota, Tampa Bay with Minnesota making it. Just for a horse race's sake.
Okay.
Well, there's just something about the aura of the new stadium, the first year of the new stadium. Getting a chance to show that baby off in a World Series atmosphere up there. Target Field. And we were just guessing the other day if the snows came and sat there for a while, do they then move the World Series back over to the Metrodome?
Yeah.
Huh. Two and one. Those are all of them. Every year. All 10 years. And a breaking ball down low and outside. Next year, sometime during the first week, probably he will pass Edgar Martinez as the all-time Mariner hit leader. He's only 5 away. Edgar here to salute Carl Hamilton tonight, or this afternoon, I should say. That's a routine fly ball to left. So here in the third, no runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. Thank you all for all your kindnesses here this year. We'll see you next spring. After 3, 1-0 Oakland.
Athletics off to a good start. Here's Ryan Rowland-Smith trying to hang in here in his final appearance as Suzuki drives one out of here. 2-0 Athletics. So Suzuki with his 13th homer, 71st RBI, and he jumps on the first pitch. So Ryan Rowland-Smith gives up another long ball. It's been a tough category for him. 25 home runs he's given up during the course of this season. We root for this kid. He's a good kid. He's worked hard. He's had some success here, but this year has gone completely the opposite direction.
Yeah, there's no question that he has struggled this year, and you were hoping that he'd have a good outing. And so far, he's really throwing the ball well. We just saw the solo home run, but he hurt himself with the air, throwing the ball away so that Davis could get over to third. But again, the Mariners offensively need to get something going, Dave, and that's been the theme all year long.
Pretty much from minute one. So Suzuki doubles the lead here. Top of the fourth. Kevin Kuzminov the hitter. The A's going homer happy here at Safeco Field. Out homered the Mariners now 8-1 in this series. Two and one to Kuzminov. Nice hop for Josh Wilson. One out here with one in the fourth. Angie Mintek, what else is happening? We'll see what happens. Baseball's a crazy game. Chris Carter, the hitter. Chris with a walk, his first time up on a 3-2 pitch. Giants just took a 2-0 lead and only got a full house at Pac Bell. He did not hold up. Strikeout victim Carter. Third K today for Ryan Rowland-Smith. Prior to the Seahawks and Cardinals game on Sunday, October 24th, make sure you join us for a unique tailgate party. It's going to be located in Safeco Field's Bullpen Market. It's open 3 hours prior to the game and kicks off at closes at kickoff. Grab a drink, have a bite to eat, and follow NFL and MLB action on multiple TVs. Enter next to the left field gate off of Royal Brome. The hitter's Josh Donaldson. 2 out, a run in. Donaldson popped up to the second base with Figgins in his first at bat. Giants win. It would be next week, starting in the playoffs in the National League. Reds at Phillies, Braves and Giants. If San Francisco wins today. Job by Mangini. High throw. Good footwork by Smoke. So Ryan Rowland-Smith hurt by the home run. It's a 2-0 Athletics lead. 2-0 here in game number 162 of the 2010 season. Figgins with a pop out to second, his first time up. Figgins, Gutierrez, and Smoke. Dallas Braden, couple of strikeouts, no walks, giving up one hit, an infield tapper by Mangini. It glanced off at Dallas's glove. About the tough month Braden's had, 1-5 in the month of September. Same guy that put together the perfect game back on Mother's Day. 1-5 in September, a 4.42 ERA.
He's the old man of their staff at 27 years old.
We've seen some arms here coming in these first 3 games. Won by the A's. Outscoring the Mariners 22-4. The A's staff in those 3 games an ERA of 1.33.
Well, they're young. Gio Gonzalez, Brett Anderson, another left-hander.
We'll get out of play. Two and 2 to Figgins. Kids Appreciation Day. Nice to have youngsters as well as the older fans here in the ballpark. Biggie gets one in the left field. One hop to Carter, base hit. The kids, there's a place at Safeco Field. It's just for you. Seattle Children's Playfield, located on the main concourse in center field. Playfield is also host to the Kids Clubhouse with Mariners apparel and gifts tailored just for you youngsters. Plus, you can check out the Moose's Munchies, serving special food geared towards the younger Mariner fans. Carter made a diving grab to rob Gutierrez of a base hit. Franklin's first time up, looks at a strike. Fly ball right field. Hermida towards the line. Makes the catch. One out, one on here in the fourth. That'll bring up Justin Smoke. A's lead at 2-0. A third inning RBI double by Mark Ellis. Fourth inning home run by Kurt Suzuki. Smokes was swinging the bat a lot better the second time up. Ran into him in the clubhouse today. What's up with that? Good for you. He says, I'm having fun. Just taking it a lot easier than I did the first time around.
I'll tell you what else he's been. He's been very aggressive. I think that has helped him. He's taking a lot of fastballs early in counts and wasn't able to lay off of change-ups, splits, off-speed pitches down and out of the zone, and he's just not letting guys get to those pitches now.
Popped it straight up, caught by Suzuki first at bat. Ball one. Count it, it's a 1-1. Stand thus far, 5 for 9 for Justin. 9-game hitting streak rolling. Two and one.
Braden has a really good move to first. He has a couple of different ones. He'll step off or he'll hang that right leg in the air and read it, basically. There's a slide step. So Figgins, if he wants to steal a base, he's going to have to go on first move and hope he guesses right.
3-1 now to Smoke. One out, Figgins at first. Josh Bard, the on-deck hitter. Good at bat for Smoke. Take the walk, first issue today by Braden. first and second for Josh Bard and Felix Hernandez. I'll tell you what, the groundswell is really starting to explode now. Look at his numbers. Our Geico quote bringing you the numbers for Felix Hernandez. Tyler Kepner in the New York Times today said, hey, hands down, Felix Hernandez. Joe Sheehan, Sports Illustrated earlier this week, Felix Hernandez. Kenny Rosenthal from Fox Sports. Tom Verducci from MLB. I mean, all the big national writers, they've seen the numbers. And right now, with the 20 of that, they are among the 28 guys who will be posting votes for the Cy Young Award. For what it's worth, those guys are on board for Felix. This is another one, too. Good number. Outstanding numbers against the Yankees is 0.35. I mean, it's just absolutely filthy. And then I think against the American League East, his total numbers are 5-1 with a sub-2. Certainly that is a piranha-infested division. So Bard up there with a couple of men on, 1 out. Got all the articles you read about Felix and everything, everybody more than takes into account the lack of offense he's had. Pennington taking himself, double play. Mariners are gone in the 4th. They trail 2-0. Pike's Market, a stalwart here in Seattle. Fly ball center field, first pitch swinging. Hermida put away by Hallman. Congratulations to Jim Street, veteran baseball writer with MLB.com right now, hanging it up. This is his last Mariner game that he's covering. And former center fielder sent a whole bunch of cake to him. Ken Griffey Jr. Way to go, June.
Looks like you're going to enjoy some of that cake.
Doggone right. Absolutely. There's Jimmy. Today wearing his... You think I wear hats? He has a hat for almost every Division I school in America. He's got his OU look on today. Of course he does. They won yesterday.
And he wants to stay in the good graces of Kevin Cremin.
Kirby Arnold, there he is. Yeah, put a smile on Kevin Cremin's face. Yeah. A good bunch of guys that cover this ball club. Kirby Arnold right there. Jim Street, Larry LaRue.
Street is going to go chase a little white ball around now.
Yeah, buddy.
Some golf down in Arizona.
Good for him.
Yeah.
We'll probably see him at camp down there in the springtime. Good fella. Does a good job. So we're talking with him. We were in Anaheim a couple of weeks ago, asking him about his final couple of weeks. Smoke will give it chase. Nice job. Good jumper. Very nice. Justin Smoke breaks quickly, or steel cut above the rest here. Mr. Smoke. Good jump on his pop-up.
Yeah, stays with it. The ball's kind of slicing back over his shoulder.
And well aware where that tarp is.
Good idea. Always know where the tarp is. Nice play.
Top of the order, Rajay Davis. If you're a Mariner fan, you hope that the Mariner youngsters can develop as quickly as this kid has after coming over from San Francisco a couple of years ago. 50 stolen bases. Started today. 283 hitter. Having an outstanding series as well. 7 for 12 entering today in the series. Good clean inning here for Ryan Roland Smith. Ichiro puts that one away. Ryan hanging tough, trailing 2-0. Temperatures in the low 60s for game number 162 here in the 2010 season. Good look outside Safeco Field. Saunders down the line. It goes foul. Best wishes to Ernie and Jane Butis watching in Walla Walla, Washington. Their son Paul, one of our dear buddies down in the truck, does the graphics, does a great job, and sports a mean-looking motorcycle. I like it, Paulie. Good stuff. Paulie looked good making a turn yesterday. Get a little lean coming into the parking lot yesterday. Saunders gets into one. Base hit.
Tried to punt for a hit, and it comes right back and is aggressive. This one he hits off the end of the bat a little bit, but it's a line drive into right field. I think Saunders is one of those guys, the amount of at-bats that he's had this year, there's going to be some expectations on him next year. You know, he's had a full year almost of getting an opportunity to play regularly. And learn what the major league level is all about. I think that next year, coming out of spring training, he's going to have to put up some numbers.
Spot on comment. Couldn't agree more. Greg Hallman, not going to give him a whole lot of fastballs here. We've seen that in his limited time. Greg, strikeout victim. His first time up. He's 2 for 26 since being called up. His 9th game. Boy, he has seen a steady diet of off-speed pitches.
Yeah, I talked about Carter, the left fielder for the A's, in the last few days because of a couple of home runs that he had. I'd like to see Hallman get into one.
Turned BP the other day for whatever it's worth. He hit one over the U.S. Bank side. There's a base hit, a solid one too for Greg Hallman. Good for him. As Alonzo Powell's been telling him, you can use the whole field. It's allowed. Good job.
Now there's a lot of hits if you decide to go the other way, and that's exactly what he does. Stays back, hardly any stride at all. Nice line drive into right field.
I think it was yesterday, maybe the day before yesterday. He went. Again, it's batting practice, but over the U.S. Bank sign, upper deck, deep left center field. Or Beltray, middle of September, went up that way. They have the Robinson side. Here's Mangini. Gonna dunk in. Ooh, foul ball. They get good speed on the base pass too. Saunders was going to score, and Hallman was going to get at least third. Stockton, California's Dallas Brady. That's what he's done to this point. Brady's been pretty conscientious about holding guys on today. A couple snap throws and Mangini was on base the first time around. He's caught. They're going to get through. Pennington, short way, gets an out. Ball took him that way. Obliged. All right, stop by the Mariners team store. You pick up your new 2011 Majestic Therma Base Triple Peak Premier Jacket. That's a mouthful, but let me tell you, it's a good jacket. It's an authentic jacket. It can be worn by the players next season. Available now in the men's and women's sizes at all 5 Mariners team store locations: Bellevue Square, downtown Seattle at 4th and Stewart, South Center Mall, and Alderwood Mall, along with right here at Safeco Field. Giving out the attendance figure. We'll run those by in a second. Josh Wilson looks for strike. Mangini, which you get a fielder's choice. Moving to second is Hallman. Saunders out at third base. 23,263 today for the season. 2,085,914.
Bonds are in last night's game, getting loose again. Barra's been throwing out the Mariners.
To Josh Wilson. So either back in Florida or somewhere along the road in his Madden Cruiser type bus, Ken Griffey Jr. phoned in a cake to Jim Street. Way to go, Junior. There's Jimmy. Final Mariner home game. Brady Peak guy popped up again. Good stuff by Josh Wilson.
It looks like he's sitting in between. Dallas Braden certainly doesn't throw hard. His fastball's 85 miles an hour. So he's more concerned about his changeup, which he's not getting any of it. He keeps pounding him inside with fastballs.
Going to get it 1-2. Fly ball left field. Carter going back. Second out. Runners will hold. We check in with Angie Menten. I don't think there's any question that the joint is rocking in San Francisco, Pac Bell Park. Mariners have 2 out, 2 on for Ichiro. Down 2-0 to Dallas Braden and the Athletics. Ichiro 0 for 2. 212 hits on the season. Make it 2-13. It's going to get at least 1. Here comes Hallman scoring easily. Dig in hard as Mangini to third. They're going to wave him home. Here's the throw to the plate. It is tie ball game. Ichiro with a big 2-run double. Good wheels on the base pass by Hallman, and Mangini ties it up.
Ichiro gets a hanging breaking ball. This pitch is up in the zone. He just tomahawks it. You can see right in the middle of the plate, but at the top of the strike zone.
Make it 2-13.
It's hard out into the corner. Hallman scores easy. Mangini. It looked like he was struggling a little bit. He lost sight of Lee Tinsley, who was down the line. But he ends up scoring anyways.
Yeah, he lost a couple of steps rounding third.
You can see how far down the line Lee Tinsley is, which is where he's supposed to be. And a nice slide as Mangini throws his hand right across the plate.
Nice job. Very nice job. So Ichiro with RBIs 42 and 43, hit number 213. And there are all of his numbers right behind him. Nothing like a big 2-out, 2-run double. Figgins with a chance to give the ball club the lead. Conversation with Adam Moore before the game for the Radio Roundtable show, talking about, hey, what did you learn this year? He said relaxation, but it's super important to be prepared here. We talked about all the things he learned from Hank Griffey Jr. and Mike Sweeney. And I said, are you going to take it upon yourself to pass along some of that knowledge, to some of the younger guys who've come up here, because Adam is playing, and he's played 61 games here now, which by all means, good kid. Getting the day off. Went 1 for 4 last night. Do it again. I get 1 and 2.
Dallas Braden's starting to elevate his changeup. He's hanging some pitches in the middle of the plate. Last pitch, another changeup that was up in the zone right at the top of the strike zone, almost identical pitch to the one that Ichiro hit into the corner. See all those pitches up.
Carter coming over. He's there with a good inning for the Mariners. A 2-out, 2-run double by Ichiro. Makes this a 2-2 ball game. first inning. Here at Safeco Field, game number 162, and Anthony Vivaro getting a chance to throw today. He said one of the things he loves about being up here in the majors now, the video study, Carl Hamilton, who was celebrated before today's game. Anthony had a chance to look at some video of his last couple of performances, and he saw how much better he was on the slide step. When he was working out of the stretch, when he was using that leg and making his kick.
Right.
The difference from there to the slide step, he's much more effective and accurate throwing strikes with the slide step. So let's see what his approach is here today. Not as much of a leg lift as he had done before. So Ryan Rollins-Smith gets through 5 innings. There's Mark Ellis to lead it off. Ellis, Cust, and Suzuki. There's a strike. Ellis has done well as we look at the line on Ryan Rollins-Smith.
Yeah, Ryan, 73 pitches, 47 of them for strikes, just the one walk. Hurt himself with an error. Gave up the one solo home run. So overall, I thought he pitched well. The thing that Anthony is going to learn, at which most young pitchers will, is it's tough to pitch in this league when you're behind in the count. He has good enough stuff.
Right back up this way, 3-2.
Top out at 94 miles an hour. Has a pretty good sink to his fastball at times. A nice slider.
Good 12-6 curve we saw down in Texas.
Yeah.
Boy, Ellis has been a pain to the Mariners in the series. Back-to-back hits. He's got an RBI. He's 2 for 3 today. Northwest Dodge Dealers called to the bullpen, Anthony Vivaro. Bring up Jack Cust. Go out, have a word with the youngster. Morrow pitched 2 innings on Thursday night. Give up a couple of hits and run. Give up a home run to Cliff Pennington.
The thing that he needs to learn is you're better off being aggressive early in the count as opposed to falling behind, which he did to Ellis, and then next thing you know, you're throwing fastballs in the middle of the plate and getting hurt. Go ahead and do that early. And then you can work off the edges a little bit more, because at that point the hitters are going to be protecting. And here you go with another 2-0 count.
A's have an RBI double by Ellis and a home run by Suzuki today. Petro drove in the 2 runs for the Mariners. Cust, a mile-high popper. And Genie hoping that it comes back, and it does. Ball back in. Nice play by Matt Mangini. Big out. Nice play by Matt. I can't believe that ball didn't go out. Of course, like cold hard blast. How about Kurt Suzuki? First pitch leading off the 4th. Kaboom. His 13th home run, his 71st RBI. Breaking ball for strike 1. Now he's ahead. 1 out, 1 on. 0-2 to Suzuki. Base hit, left field. A's get another hit. 2 runs, 6 hits for the A's, and 2-5-1 for the Mariners.
And that last pitch was a mistake. It's another breaking ball on an 0-2 count. He has to bury that pitch, see if he can get him to chase it. It's too good a pitch to hit for an 0-2 count.
Third baseman Kevin Kuzminov. Tommy John surgery back in 2005 when he was coming out of St. John's University in Queens, borough of Queens in New York City. One and one to Kuzminov. Bounced out twice in the infield, one to the pitcher, once to the shortstop. Is getting a great lead down at second base.
Jamie Wright out in the Mariners' pen.
Gives chase. Second row. Ichiro coming up with a big 2-out, 2-run double in the 5th to tie this ball game up at 2-2 after the A's led 2-0 after 4.5. Count now. Split's not what he would like. Chris Gardner on deck. 17 pitches, 9 strikes, 8 balls for Guevara. Three-two. Lost it. That's ball 4. Bases loaded. Mariners season tickets. You can entertain your clients, reward employees, or enjoy a Northwest summer of baseball with your family at Safeco Field. Deposits, they're being taken right now for the 2011 season tickets, so get in on the fun and the savings. For details, visit mariners.com/season tickets. Darren Brown out to get Varvaro. Coming into a bases loaded situation. Jamie Wright in a 2-2 ball game. 2-2 here in the sixth, Dave Cofield. Felix Hernandez, we'll talk a little bit more about him as we are rooting for him to win the Cy Young Award. He presents a very strong case, bank building to the future. Last 3 starts. Good stuff.
Sure sounds like he's going to get it, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like the momentum. It has picked up big time over the last month. Chris Carter with the bases loaded, 1 out. Jamie Wright, first pitch, ball 1. Eric Barton's on deck for the Athletics. Base hit. Ellis is going to score. Suzuki holds. Home and airmails one. An RBI for Chris Carter. 3-2 Athletics. That's his 7th RBI. 1 for 2 day for Chris Carter.
Batting fourth, Josh Donaldson. For 10, Gary Barton.
Barton will hit for Donaldson.
Seen the ball well here in this series. He understated.
6 RBIs in the first game.
What led you to believe that? Five for 11 in the series. 2 runs, walk, double, 2 home runs, and 6 runs batted in. Thursday, his first career Grand Slam. Service swing.
He looked like he wanted another one. Martin, 10 home runs on the year. He has 5 triples.
Big guy, runs pretty well.
I'll see if Jamie can put him away now. He's got him in a 1-2 count. All right, well, there's the numbers for Friday night.
Former catcher. Not bad. Big spot for Jamie Wright. 1 and 2. Got him. Boy, that's a huge out. Two down. That'll bring up Jeremy Hermida. Base hit to left. It'll fly out to center. Barton, no doubt, will stay on and play first. Heck of a lot easier to finish the season at home than it is on the road, right?
Oh, no question. I think probably a lot of the guys will end up going back to the city and they'll head home tomorrow or the next day, pack up their stuff and get things together. But when you're playing at home, some of these guys may have flights out tonight.
Well struck. Right field. Ichiro's got it. Hermida lines out, leaves the bases loaded. A's nonetheless take the lead at 3-2. All right, a lot of excitement down there. Mariners wrapping up the season here with the Athletics. Jeff Larish takes over at first base. Josh Donaldson was pinch hit for by Derek Barton. Larish, Bob Karen trying to get all the fellas, get as many guys into the game as possible.
Yeah, I think with Barton too, he pulled a quad muscle in that game Friday. He came out after he'd hit a double, so that maybe is still bothering him and get him off the field.
Wolf Bonzer takes over on the mound. Gutierrez his first hitter.
I was going to say, Bonzer working his way back from surgery. He was throwing the ball well the other night. He topped out at 95 miles an hour. I don't remember him throwing quite that hard when he was with Minnesota, do you?
Not hard, but not as well as he did the other night. Let's see, an inning last night with one strikeout. It's the 8th inning. 1, 2, 3.
He has a high ERA, but he has to feel pretty good about his health going into the winter.
Good off-speed pitch that was, 2-2. Fouled off. Gutierrez to be followed by Smoke. Ari. High heat getting one down. Tomorrow on FSN Seahawks All Access, get the real story behind Seattle's matchup earlier today with the St. Louis Rams. Our cameras, they were there on the Hawks sideline capturing the mic'd up moments you won't see anywhere else. Get Seahawks All Access tomorrow night at 10 on FSN and FSN HD. Great shot from first base side looking at the skyline of Seattle. Good looking day for photography. Interesting looking clouds in a couple of spots. And Mike Jensen's been doing A+ work. Look. Not only for folks here in Seattle, but everybody on MLB package around the country. Get to look at the glorious sights of Seattle. Smoke with a pop-up and a walk today. Two and one. Win today for the Mariners would even up their record against the A's here at Safeco Field at 5-5. Athletics have already won the season series, 12 up and 6 down. Sky high pop up coming in. Davis. Davis playing towards right center. 2 down. Mild obscenity across our airwaves. Our condolences on that one. Dash Bard fly out the center, hit into a double play.
Think Josh will be in camp next year with the Mariners?
Hope so. Solid veteran presence, switch hitter.
spent a lot of time working with Adam also. He's been unselfish in that regard.
Rose Pro. Carter has it sliced back to him. Monzer goes 1, 2, 3 in the 6th. He's by 1, 3-2. All right, Angie, thank you very much. Tampa Bay, 3-2 winner over Kansas City. They take the American League East. Yankees lose 8-4 to Boston. Yankees wild card. Tampa Bay, division winners in the American League East. Second inning here for Mr. Wright. Switch hitting shortstop Cliff Pennington to lead off. 9-1-2. Rajay Davis and Mark Ellis to follow. Pitcher today. One Smith starting in lieu of Felix Hernandez. Organization shutting Felix down for this game number 162.
Here your World Series matchup.
Philly, Texas. Really? Yeah. I think Philly's on fire right now.
I said really because that's exactly what I have.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I like the Philly. Hey. We talked about it the other day. You roll Halladay out there, Hamels and Oswalt.
Well, I thought that's the easy pick, the National, right, because I think the Phillies are just going to roll on everybody. Right. But in the American League's a tough one for you to come up with Texas. I thought it was interesting just because that's who I think is going to make it too.
I went with Texas. Well, we both have an affinity for Ron Washington.
Yes.
He's done a hell of a job.
Yes.
All right. If Hamilton coming back from the September 4 rib injury, said he got a couple of knocks last night.
A home run and 3 RBIs in the game.
That more than suffices. All right, so
yeah.
Michael Young's going to be playing in his first playoff. I like that, and I love the kid at the back end, Feliz. And here's a look at the American League Division Playoff Series as they match up now. Texas at Tampa Bay, New York at Minnesota. Tampa Bay is going to host the ALCS if they advance. And why not? The year of Nolan Ryan, he and Chuck Greenberg, they finally got the sale done.
Right.
Approved, et cetera, et cetera. And they've had a long drought there. They're due.
I think, I mean, offensively, I like their club, but I think what I saw from Cliff Lee last year in the postseason, I just have a feeling that he's going to be tough again.
Well, stroke into the corner. Davis can fly. He's getting minimum 2. kid continues to swing a hot bat, finishing up this season. MGR of the year. Who do you got? Good choices.
I might lean towards Gardenhire just because he's been out. He hasn't had Morneau for what, a couple of months. So I might go with
right before the All-Star break. Right
something like that, maybe just after it. So I like the job that he has done. Ron Washington. I think a lot of people thought that the Rangers were going to be in the hunt. He's done a great job.
Boy, I'd flip a coin. It's Garrett Olson. All right, I got to make a pick. Let me go. I like the three of them. I think the jobs they've done outstanding. You know what? I'll go. You know what? I'll stay with Wash because remember when they came in here early? It was right after the whole admission. Hey, I slipped big time and used some cocaine. They didn't fire him. They supported him. I think players were all rallied around Wash.
Well, they paid him back in a big way.
Yes, they have. Here's Mark Ellis.
How about the National?
That. Charlie Manuel does it again. You got Bruce Bochy. Bud Black. That's a really good choice right there.
Maybe Bobby Cox in his last go around. He could retire at the end of the year.
You can make a case. Dusty Baker, because you thought the Cardinals were going to win that division.
Yeah. Nobody thought the Padres were going to do anything.
I'll go with Bud Black because there was no way nobody had that. I'll go with Bud Black.
I think that's where I am. I think I'd go with Bud Black.
Davis was caught stealing back in the first. Last night, Davis stole second and third.
50 stolen bases on the year.
Got a stolen base in the opener on Thursday. Stole second.
Solid. Just one of those guys that you have in your lineup. You don't think much about him, but at the end of the year, you know he's done a lot of things to help you win some games. He's not somebody that wouldn't drive in a lot of runs or hit many home runs. Solid defensive player. Tough one out, too.
Line drive home run last night. It was ahead in the count 2-0, 2 outs in the fourth. Hit it bullpen. So I think it's right over and operated scoreboard. 0-2 pitch here. Josh Wilson throws him out. Davis the third. It's played by Josh.
That's a good range. Was able to get rid of the ball quickly. Playing over in the hole, and they pitch him inside, but it jams him. Ball back up the middle. Nice play.
Real left-hander in the face, Jack Cust. Darren Brown coming up. Garrett Olson's going to be his guy. 3-2 A's.
Emerald Queen Casino, the entertainment capital of the Northwest.
Garrett Olson has been brought in to get after Jack Cust with a runner at third. Mariners down 3-2, top 7 in game number 162. Garrett, the lefty specialist for the Mariners. Faces Jack Cust, who's 0 for 3 today, struck out a couple of times. Game number 35 for Garrett. High ERA. Big spot here against Jack Cust. Ball 1 to Jack. Jack Cust 0 for 3 career against Garrett Olson.
Hitting .231 off of left-handed pitching this year.
Mariners tied it in the 5th, 2 outs, 2-run double by Ichiro. He's got a run in the 6th to regain the lead. RBI by Chris Carter. Two. Cust did a few balls to the opposite side last night, a double to left and a home run to left, and it was green lighted on a home run in the 4th inning. 1-2 here. Mariners in their home half of the 7th will have 6, 7, and 8 Saunders, Hallman, and Mangini. Davis, the runner at third.
Staying with steady diet of breaking balls to Cust.
Two and two. Bounces one to Biggins. Underhand to Smoke. That'll do it. Olson does his job. Runner stranded at third. A's, though, still have a 3-2 lead. Recipient of the 2010 J.D. Power and Associates Award. Final game of the 2010 season. Athletics lead at 3-2. Coors Light Freeze Cam. Let's revisit some of the Mariner 2010 storylines. Cam. Great job by Tom Simons. Pictures and music. Well done. You know, it's a 61 and 100 season. Still some bright moments in this 2010 campaign. Hard throwing Henry Rodriguez takes over.
Hard throwing is right. We saw him the other night, topped out at 102 miles an hour, was consistently at 99. ERA high at 4.5. 29 strikeouts in the 26 innings that he has pitched. He's given up 2 home runs. Opponents average 237.
Got some arms over there. Booth Bonser throws scoreless 6th. And 1 strikeout. You see the fans out here, 23,263 for the season, 2,085,914. Michael Saunders base hit his last time up, 1 for 2. Got a home run last night. Mascots going through the crowd right now. I don't know who some of them are, but the costumes are pretty cool. He went, says home plate umpire, crew chief Gary Darling. The Mariners at 2,085,000. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. He's 8th in the 14th team American League appears. Attendance. Yankees at 3.7, the Angels at 3.2, Minnesota 3.1. Good for them with the new ballpark. Boston, 3 million plus.
Twins really caught a break with the weather in April this year. We'll see if it lasts through the postseason.
Excellent point, my friend.
Yeah.
You know, they've got everything crossed up there, the fingers, toes, and everything. We're in the playoffs. Let the weather maintain. That's a wicked pitch.
Change up at 89 miles an hour after throwing. Well, he topped out at 100.
H-Rod. It's his first K. He'll bring up Greg Holman. Holman with a base hit to right his last time up and a run scored. 1 for 2. Holman likes the fastball. See if he can do something with it. Did not get one for a while.
First pitch slider. First, give me an update from Minnesota. The forecast in the low 70s this coming week.
Good for them. They deserve it. I don't remember when we go in there next year, of course. Hey, good morning, everybody, and welcome to Minnesota. I remember it's when it came in Green Bay. Good morning, Mr. Simpson, your wake-up call. It's 6:55. It's 14 below zero. Of course, it was during football season, but still, in Minnesota in April, they could dial up a 30, 35 mile an hour wind, 30-degree temperatures on you.
Did you pack your gloves?
Oh goodness, you name it, I had it. I remember one of my grandmothers was still alive. She said, "What are you doing today?" I said, "I just got the darndest wake-up call you've ever heard in your life."
So when you got back to your room, how long did you let that hot shower run?
Come on, what do you mean? You don't have enough hot water. Fouled it off. Yeah, you see that stuff in NFL films. They're not lying. December, January.
Oh.
3-2 pitch. Ooh, piece. And I'm reminded that the Minnesota Vikings have not tasted a championship since they gave up that wonderful home field advantage. But Grant, what do you mean sleeves? It's not cold out here. Three-2 to home and 1 out here in the 7th. Mariners down a run. Fastball. Mangini's on deck. Infield hit, runs scored. 3 runs, 8 hits, no errors for the Athletics. 2 runs, 5 hits, and an error for the Mariners. Whew. Running a fever with those numbers, for crying out loud. 3-2. You knew it was coming at some point.
Well, he gave him 3 fastballs to hit in a row. Was able to square him up. Comes back and gets him on a 3-2 slider.
This copyrighted telecast is presented by authority of the Seattle Mariners and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form. And the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Seattle Mariners. Henry Rodriguez, 2 up, 2 struck out. Henry pitched on Friday. 9-0 innings. Strike 1 to Mangini. 8th inning on Friday, gave up a hit and a walk and got a strikeout looking. Bounces up there. Actually gave up a base hit and got a strikeout swing. Long line. 1-1 to Mangini. And hits triple figures on that last pitch. Bounced it up there. Ichiro's 2 out, 2-run 5th inning double. The only Mariner runs tonight this afternoon. Solid base hit right off right by the bill of Rodriguez's cap. He turned around 100 miles an hour. Nice job by Mangini. Check in with Angie Mentek. An update on the Padres Giants. The volume must be tremendous at Pac Bell. Chance to win the division. Fouled into Suzuki's glove. Strike 1 for Josh Wilson. 0 for 2 today. Gets away. Mangini will move up to second base. Tying run at second. It's a wild pitch by Rodriguez. Ziegler warming up.
Side armor.
Brad Ziegler. One to Josh Wilson. About 100. Not a bad thing to have in your bag. One and two. New bat required. Team 162 souvenir for that youngster and Kids Appreciation Network.
A lot of kids walking around on the morning track before the game earlier this afternoon.
Rodriguez working from the extreme first base side of the rubber. 1 and 2. Another souvenir. Very nice catch. And away. Two-handed catch. Third row behind the dugout. Second row behind the dugout.
And so far, Rodriguez has just gone right after Josh Wilson. A bunch of fastballs. One off-speed pitch. That one ended up against the backstop.
Must be a heck of a feeling. I got it and I can use it at will, baby. And Genie, they'll turn one around. A base hit to center field. 1 and 2. Breaking ball misses. Two. At 99. Yikes. 3 strikeouts, a base hit, a runner stranded. 3-2 Athletics. A way to save money going to and from the airport. Take Link Light Rail for schedules. Visit towntransit.org. Top of the 8th. Kurt Suzuki, Kevin Kuzmanov, Chris Carter. Look at it, a piece of bat went flying. That one's done, Kurt. Like it's one of his faves, too. Suzuki led off the 4th with a home run. Off of Ryan Roland Smith. 6th inning, single to left. He's had a good day. 2 for 3.
That's probably the reason why he was disappointed. He hit that last pitch off the cup of his bat and split it.
Come on, trying to go out with a bang here. Come on. Fly ball right field for Eacher. One out. Aaron Wilson, 4th pitcher today with the Mariners. Ryan Nolan-Smith, 5 innings, 4 hit ball, 2 runs, both earned, a walk, 3 strikeouts. Anthony Favaro, a third of an inning, 2 hits, a run, it was earned, a walk. Jamie Rake hitting in the third, 2 hits, 2 strikeouts. Ryan Nolan-Smith got the start today. Organization shutting down Felix Hernandez earlier this week. Kuzminov. Infield outs and walk. High drive left field. Going back Saunders, and that is leaving the yard. That one a little bit farther than the one Carter hit. Carter hit one on the stands the other day. Crushing Russian Kevin Kuzminov with his 16th home run, his 71st RBI. 4-2 Athletics.
He leads the A's with his 16 home runs, and not much doubt about this one. Pitch up in the zone. Take a look at it. It's like a changeup right in the middle of the plate.
Well, he put a happy swing on that one. Yeah. 383 feet. So that's home run number 2 today. So that's 9 home runs to 1 in this series for the Athletics. Quest High Speed pitch brought to you by Quest High Speed Internet. Eacher out at 101, Olsen at 90. Rodriguez struck out 3 of the 4 men he faced in the 7th. Struck, that's a base hit, center field for Carter. Second time he's going up the middle for a base hit. He got an RBI last time. 2 for 3 on the afternoon.
This will be left up to Garrett. There isn't anybody up in the Mariner pen. Mariners get his first at bat. He picked up Barton, who was a pinch hitter back in the 6th inning.
Gabe Gross will pick up Carter. Carter finishes game 162 with a bang. 2 singles and an RBI. He's had an outstanding last couple of years working his way to the bigs. Jeff Larish. Pulled him with that pitch, 0-2. Still 2-0 San Francisco. 7th inning. One and 2 now to Jeff Larish. Some outfield for you, play some first base. One and 2. Right, 3 call. Larish did not like strike called by Gary Darling. 2 outs.
Sure, Olson probably comes to camp as the #1 left-hander in the bullpen next year.
As it stands now, he does.
Yeah.
Gets away from Bard down to second. It's Gabe Gross. Cross up, you think?
Oh, no. I think he just bounced it up there. And Bard had to go out there because now you have a runner at second base. He just wants to be clear. They're going through a series of signs, and he wants to make sure that he doesn't get crossed up.
Track 1 on the breaking ball. Ball and 2 strikes now to Jeremy Hermida. Looper back in the 3rd inning, 1 for 3. The A's with 4 runs, 10 hits, and no errors. 2 runs, 6 hits, and an error for the Mariners. It's 1-2 to Hermida, 2 out, and at second, struck him out. That will do it. Home run by Kuzma over a monster blast. A's lead at 4-2. Indeed, a lot can happen. As we look at the Husky fan, got to be pretty happy from, obviously, from what happened yesterday. Nice win on the road at SC. 2 years in a row beating the Trojans. Dave Sims, Mike Flowers, FSN crew. Mariners need to stage a rally here in game 162. They're down a deuce. Ichiro, Figgins, and Gutierrez, top 3 in the order here in the 8th against Henry Rodriguez. Gabe Gross takes over in left field for Chris Carter. It's going back. Not going to get it. Base hit. Second of the day for Ichiro. Two-run single. He tied it up in the fifth. Comes back with a base hit here, and he's got 214 hits. Just enough.
Yeah, this one jams him. 98 miles an hour right on the label. Fights it off into center field for a base hit. Jose Lopez has come out on deck, so he'll pinch hit for Franklin Gutierrez.
Ground ball a couple of days ago, ate him up in third. Boy, that was tough.
Dislocated his finger.
Ichiro's going to finish 2010 with the most hits in the major leagues.
Like Brandon Lee will pitch the ninth inning for the Mariners. He is getting loose in the Mariners pen. Ziegler and looks like Breslow.
Ichiro takes off. Towards Suzuki. Out in time. Stolen base number 42.
Huge jump. Rodriguez not paying attention to him at all. Looks like he took off before Rodriguez even started at home. Hey, look at Ichiro. That is a big jump.
42nd stolen base ties Figgins for the team lead. One and two to Figgins. Brad Ziegler, Craig Breslow warming up for the Athletics. Top 10 in stolen bases. 2-2 to Figgins. Fourth strikeout for Rodriguez. Jose Lopez going to pinch hit now. There's the make a hit zone for Jose. Tuesday, Lopez got eaten alive by a hard ground ball out the bat. Nelson Cruz in the sixth inning down in Texas. Out of action since then. Going two. Rodriguez has struck out 4 of the 6 men that he's faced since entering the ballgame. Did not go as his first strike. On by way of a base hit, stolen base. Irish fields it cleanly, 2 outs. 2 outs. Bob Guerin going to come and get Rodriguez. Turn smoke around. When we return, it's a 4-2 Athletics lead. 2 outs, bottom of the 8th. 62. And you can visit the official online shop of the Seattle Mariners at mariners.com. You can browse the largest online selection of authentic team gear, including official caps, t-shirts, jerseys, collectibles, and more. So get your team gear straight from the source. Shop the mariners.com shop. Justin Smoak hits the face. Left-hander Craig Breslow. Breslow threw an inning last night. Struck out Holman, gave up a home run to Saunders. Eventually got out of it as the A's won it 5-3. Quick one to Smoak. AAA Smoak won the season, we should say, against left-handed pitching, a .210 hitter. 2 strike, 221 against right-handers. Nicely done by Smoak. Picks up a run, makes it 4-3 A's. A's having fun indeed. That's what we talked about before the game today. 10-game hitting streak. He mashed that one. Picks up an RBI, his 14th.
You can see Suzuki wants a fastball up out of the zone. Instead, he throws it right in the middle of the plate. Smoak hits it hard in the left field to drive in a run.
48th on the season, 14th. With the Mariners and
Ryan Langerhans.
Ryan Langerhans, a pinch run. Boy, he hit that one well. Look forward to seeing a lot of that next year. Langerhans will run. Staying to play first base. Asbari tying runs at first base. Good inning here for the Mariners. Base hit, stolen base each. After a couple outs, a big RBI by Smoak. Base hit by Bard. How about this? First and second with 2 outs.
2-0 pitch. Bard hits it hard into the hole. The Mariners couple of hard base hit off of Breslow.
They're going to bring up Michael Saunders, who homered off of Breslow last night, 1 out on a 1-2 pitch.
Threw him some breaking balls early in the count last night. Came back and missed with a fastball. And Saunders hit it in the seats.
More right field stands at 15 rows up. 9th hit for the Mariners. Hold on. Chance to tie it or take the lead. Irish has it. That'll do it. A couple straight to pick up a run, draw a little bit closer. Have to do it in the bottom of the 9th. It's 4-3 Oakland. Season. A reminder that on Tuesday, October 12th, FSN is going to present exclusive coverage of Casey Keller and the Seattle Sounders FC's international friendly against Chivas de Guadalajara, 11-time champion and one of Mexico's most popular teams. Catch this much anticipated matchup live from Quest Field beginning at 7 p.m. only on FSN and FSN HD. Brandon League takes over on the mound for the Mariners.
Numbers for Brandon: 3.46 ERA, 56 strikeouts in the 78 innings that he has pitched.
Don't serve here. We'll have a chance for 9th inning heroics from the bottom third of the order. The whole 9th here for the Mariners. See Kochman takes over first base for Justin Smoke. 1-2 to Pennington, 0-3 this afternoon. Good getting to fight 1 and 2. Top of the order, Rajay Davis. Keep this guy off the base paths. Been up 4 times. He's reached 3, scored once. Got 2 hits. Pretty good day. Wilson pocket this one. 2 out. And another update from the Bay Area. Here's Angie Menting. Mr. Posey could be elected mayor of San Francisco by 10 o'clock tonight.
I don't think there's much doubt about that. He's really done a nice job since he was called up.
Josh Wilson. Ellis is retired. Good job, lead. 1, 2, and 3. Chance for 9th inning heroics in game number 162. Mariners need 2 to win. Field, 9th inning. Hopefully the Mariners can get a couple of runs here. Check out the Mariners Jack in the Box in-game box score. Ichiro with a big 2-run, 2-out double. That was back in the 5th. Smoke delivers an RBI in the 8th to draw the Mariners to within a run. Fallman, Mangini, and Wilson. You're going to be hearing those names for the next few years. And I don't know about you, Mike, but how about Greg Holman run into one right now?
Why not? I thought he was going to get one at some point. Oh, he's running out of time if he's going to. Right here would be a good time for it.
Sure would be. Strikeout, base hit to right, and a strikeout. You can tell he is hungry to launch. Talking to him in Texas, he said, asking him to describe himself as a hitter. He said, I can hit it out of any ballpark if I get it. Breslow working him away, 1-1. Let's go, Mariners cheer going up here. 1-1. Bouncing ball, finds a hole, base hit, Greg Holman. 2 for 4 for the kid. Well done. He's an it factor guy, folks. He's got great charisma, charm, nice kid. Hopefully he has a lot of success here.
He also has a lot of speed. It'll be interesting to see if Darren Brown turns him loose. I would want to play this with Mangini coming up, a left-handed hitter against the lefty in Breslow. Kuzminoff playing way in at third, expecting him to bunt.
Holman to second as Mangini's bunt is picked up by Kuzminoff. Foul. Mangini saw him lay down a bunt on Thursday night in the 4th inning. Laid down a bunt to third base, moved the runners up. Mariners wind up leaving the bases loaded in that game, lose 8-1. He bunted it down third just like he tried to do there. Holman and Mangini, they could be centerpieces of the 11 club. Ooh, this one popped up. Boy, Sundays with Berkey from a few years ago. Remember that one when Jamie Burke had one on a suicide squeeze?
Take a look at it. Yeah, up and in. Tried to get out of the way of it, just didn't get the bat back in time. Oh, look at that, hit him in the fingers.
Really? That bunt by Burke, I think it was 07, first year. Best suicide squeeze I've ever seen. That was a face full of baseball coming his way if he doesn't get it down. The 0-2. Big hack. Do it again. Mangini's got an infield hit, base hit to center. You got to turn around 100-mile-an-hour fastball from Henry Rodriguez his last time up. He's got a run scored as well. We'll walk this way here. Kid hit 18 home runs down the minor leagues.
Outfielders are playing deep as you would expect, but there's a nice little gap out in right center field.
Holman's got the great wheels. 0-2. Good at bat. Young Mangini.
Surprised Breslow hasn't tried to throw a pitch or two off the plate. Just keeps pumping fastballs in there. Mangini looks like he's getting a little bit closer with every swing. Last one at 93 miles an hour.
Mangini battling. 0-2.
That's kind of what you figured he would have thrown. Job laying off of that pitch.
All 2 strikes.
He's fighting.
It's just a cup of coffee. He's playing at third base this week. I'd love to actually. One and two. Breslow, the Yaley graduate. Got Holman at first and 2-2 now to Mangini. Josh Wilson's on deck. Well, he's getting into Jose Lopez territory.
He really is. See if he can walk into one. This pitch was a pretty good pitch again off the plate away. He's able to get a piece of it.
10th pitch coming up. You can forget that 15 pitch at bat that Jose Lopez had against Russ Springer a couple of years ago. Late in the ball game against these A's on Sunday. Here's a 2-2. Struck him out. Good at bat though. Good at bat for the kid.
Goes to an off-speed pitch. Take a look at it. It's a breaking ball down.
Tell you what, fans gave him a nice ovation.
Yeah, it was a good battle.
Josh Wilson 0 for 3 was staying in against Breslow. Fly to center, fly to left, and a strikeout for Josh. Runner goes, and he got picked off. Throw is in time. Got him.
They called the balk. They called the balk.
Bob Gary Tinkle out of the A's guard. Looks like umpire crew chief Gary Darling. Mariners catch a break.
Let's see if we can see what he did. Oh, he crossed the plane, yeah. Allman went on his first move. Breslow saw that, but he was planning on coming home.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Good call. You can really see it here.
Well, you can see his foot.
Yeah.
Definitely a balk. Good call.
Allman with tremendous speed at second base. Tying run. 4 runs, 10 hits, no errors, 3-10-1 for the Mariners. Strike 1 to Josh Wilson. May not get that one. He's 14 on the series. Two. Allman got a base hit to left. Took second on the balk. Two to Josh Wilson. 1-2. Comes the 1-2. Strike 3 called. 2 down. Leave it up to Ichiro again. He's got 2 hits. Last 2 times up. 2-out, 2-run double in the 5th. Got a leadoff single in the 8th. Stole second. Came around and scored on the Smoke RBI single to make it 4-3. Get tied up with a base hit here. Major league leading hit man is Ichiro at 214. Ajay Davis, the center fielder, shading way towards left center. Greg Grossa left is shallow. Straight away with it. Brad Ziegler's up and throwing one more time. Count 2-0. 2 for 7 against Craig Breslow. Rounded out last night. Second base, 2-0. Fly ball left field. Gabe Gross going back. He's there. That'll do it. A's win it. Game number 162 and the 2010 season in the books. Mariners finish at 61-101, and the A's finish at 500 at 81-81.
And you look at it, the Mariners 10 hits again, just the 3 runs, 2 for 12 with men in scoring position.
So the A's avoid their 4th consecutive losing season. The Mariners lose 100 games or more for the 2nd time in 3 years. We want to thank all the Mariner fans for their patronage this year, radio, TV, and in the ballpark. 2 hours and 53 minutes on this ball game today. For Mike Flowers, I'm Dave Sims. We send you out to Brad Adam.
Dave, Mike, thank you guys very much. Yes, welcome. It's Brad Adam and Bill Kruger with you out here. So the Mariners lose.